wonder how some people seem to be so effortlessly confident while you're still second guessing yourself, waiting for the right moment to begin? What if I told you that confidence is not something you're born with? It is something you can build over time. And the best part, you can actually build it by taking one consistent step at a time. So in today's episode, I'm breaking down the powerful connection between this consistency and confidence and how you can use it to start believing in yourself more than ever before. Hi and welcome to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today we are exploring one of my favorite mindset truths. Confidence does not come from waiting, it comes from doing. It comes from taking action, and it comes from taking action consistently. So confidence comes with consistency. Because every time you show up for yourself, no matter how small the step is, you send a message to your brain. I can trust myself, I can trust myself, I can trust myself. And that trust is what eventually becomes confidence. So if you've been stuck in self-doubt for a long time, if you've been waiting forever to start doing something, once you're more confident about it, this episode is just for you. So let's dive straight in. These are the 5 reasons why consistency builds confidence. Number 1, consistency builds self-trust. Correct? Every time you follow through on a promise to yourself, every time you fulfill a promise to yourself, even if it's a small promise. It can be something as small as, okay, I'm going to take a walk every day. If you're fulfilling that promise, okay, I am going to wake up 10 minutes early every day. If you're fulfilling that promise, you are actually building self-trust. And that self-trust is the foundation of real lasting confidence. So tell yourself, I believe in myself because I keep showing up for myself all the time. Number 2, small wins create big momentum. So confidence does not come from huge dramatic changes. Confidence actually is built through small wins repeated consistently. That's how you become confident, right? So those daily steps like speaking kindly to yourself or completing a task or trying something new, it creates a momentum. And that momentum leads to motivation and self-belief. So practice this. Track your wins daily in a confidence log. Okay, start journaling. Journaling is a beautiful practice. Whether you do your gratitude journaling, saying your thank yous, whether you journal, your thoughts to heal your inner self, or whether you journal your small wins to become more confident about yourself. Journaling is a beautiful practice because it actually shows you the reality you are overseeing or overlooking. Number 3, repetition rewires your brain. Okay, so the more you practice a habit, the more familiar and effortless it becomes. And that is the reason affirmations work so beautifully. What are affirmations? They are just, positive sentences you tell yourself every single day as many times as you can. And why do you do that? So that your subconscious mind starts believing in those sentences. So you are just repeating those sentences to rewire your brain. Similarly, any habit of yours which you feel you're not confident about doing today, but if you start doing it today, you will become more and more familiar and effortless in it. So I'll give an example. A lot of us are not very confident speakers, correct? But if you make it a habit to show up online, maybe on Insta Live, or maybe if you make it a habit to make one video every single day and post on the social media, you will slowly start becoming a better speaker and a more confident speaker. So how has this happened? Because you're repeating an exercise, you're repeating a habit. The more you repeat a habit, the more effortless it will start becoming for you in due course of time. And that is how repetition rewires your brain. Number 4, consistency beats perfection every time. So I'll tell you what, most of us don't start doing things only because we suffer from this, perfectionism syndrome. We want to be perfect, whereas there is nothing called being perfect. In fact, being perfect just freezes you, it paralyzes you because you just don't take a step. So confidence comes from progress, not perfection. So if you're somebody who's not starting something, saying that okay, I'm not starting this now because I'm not perfect, if you're not confident about doing something because you're not perfect, please remember this: you will never be perfect until you start. Because perfectionism is not one point, perfectionism is not one target. If there is anything called perfectionism, though I always say perfection is a word which is born out of imperfect. So if you still believe in perfectionism, let me tell you, perfectionism is a journey. Then you become perfect with time, over time. You start doing good over time, and then others perceive you to be perfect in it. So remain consistent, because consistency beats perfection every time. And confidence comes from being consistent. Confidence comes from progress, not perfection. So just reframe your thoughts. Tell yourself, I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep showing up. One imperfect step today is better than waiting endlessly to become perfect, because that is a moment which will never come. If you do not take your first step, you will never learn how to walk. As simple as that. Imagine if you would, never learn how to walk because you were not perfect. If, as babies, if our parents thought that, okay, we will not just let them try walking because they are not perfect at walking, would we ever be able to walk? No. As parents, we let the kids first crawl, then we wait for the kids to try taking, their first step on their own or getting up on their own. Even if they fall, we still say it's okay, they will learn. There is nothing called being perfect. It's just that you have to keep trying, and that trying will make you perfect in whatever definition of perfectionism you believe in. Number 5, consistency reinforces your identity. Remember that the more consistent you are, the more consistently you act in alignment with the person you want to become, the more you achieve becoming that person. Okay? So if you want to feel like a confident leader, okay, I'm giving you an example. If you want to feel like a confident leader, you have to show up like one. If you want to be a confident leader tomorrow, you have to act like a confident leader today. Even if it's in small versions, baby steps. So create your identity. Create a new identity for yourself. Ask yourself each morning, what would the confident version of me behave like today? What would the confident version of me do today? And then behave like that, do just that consistently. So here's the truth, my lovely listeners. Confidence is not a personality trait. We always confuse this. We always, people ask us about somebody's personality and we'll say, oh, such a confident person. Confidence is not a personality trait. Confidence is just a habit. Okay, and that habit is called consistency. It's like synonyms. Okay, confidence is in being consistent. Every time you show up for yourself, you grow. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you rise. Every time you take an action for yourself, even if it is hard, you become the confident, unstoppable, unbeatable version that you have been waiting to see all along. So if today's episode, lit a fire in you, like, comment, share and subscribe. Keep following me. Until next time, stay fearless, stay fulfilled and keep showing up for yourself all the time. This is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now. I'll see you in my next podcast. But I want you to again remember this: consistency is your confidence. So keep doing what you're doing. Be consistent, be confident. Bye bye.